Right, forever the professional I am. So, you're up on the car. The camera angle is not going to be the best for this video. I've remembered everything, including a Svazzy gas stove, but I've forgotten my tripod. So there ain't going to be much in the way of close-ups over there, but what I can do is I can stand here, I can show you fish, I can do what I need to do. That's fine. We'll muddle through. What's the plan for tonight? The plan is not set in stone. We have come back, it's really doing me head in, sorry. We have come back to the wall. Now we've got a spring run tide tonight, and we are right down past the Yellow Cross, right on the wood, as it's called, or the woods. What I'm fishing with, I plan on sending out both rods from the go. I've got squid, lug, mackerel, bluey. I don't know what else we've got. We've got all the weapons in his arsenal. Now, all we're hoping for, and it's not really targeting, but all we're hoping for is a fish, you know. I'm back down with Alf. Alf is with me again today. I don't know how my casting's going to be. I've got to the bottom of my shoulder. It's a trapped nerve by the looks of things. So I've got to get that massaged out or something, I don't know. But then I've been and had flu jab in my left arm this morning. It's a little sore now, but we'll muddle through. Both rods are going out, both on pulley pennels. The Fury, so the one closest to you at the moment, the black and green, that has got a pulley pennel with two little size 2s on it, which may become the prevailing rig tonight. I'm not too sure. I have got other rig options. I have tied a fair few rigs. I've tied a few up and overs actually. I wouldn't mind having a go with some up and overs later on. And then on the other one is another pulley pennel with a 2-0 leader and a 1-0 pennel. Or maybe it's 2 2-0s. Semantics. So yeah, it's a 7-2 tide tonight. 7-2. So we've come down to this end under the advice that hopefully, and I'm just checking the tides and things now while I'm here, that hopefully it should have some whiting out there. I mean, a fish is a fish. So yeah, high tide is at 10 to 9. It's a 7.4 metre with a 1.9 foot swell, with a south southerly wind, 4 mile an hour gusting up to 11. So it should be good. It's not too warm, it's not too cold. So yeah, I know currently in the background is the rods. Obviously, I'm going to roll the credits, and then we'll have the usual montage of the setup, or the time lapse of the setup. I'm going to have to move the camera slightly, so the camera angle is going to change, so I need to back the car up just a smidge so that if any more fishermen come down, they can get past me. I really am hoping that I can find a couple of bricks just to put in front of the thing. But yeah, we're baited up. Now the thing about this mark, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll roll the credits and we'll talk a bit further. Guys, the thing about this mark, from what I am told, is you fish it on the flood and up to high, and then on the ebb you don't fish it. Apparently the water goes out that bloody fast that it's not fishable. So that's principally what we're going to do, and then we're going to evaluate whether or not we're going to stay on the wall and go down to Yellow Cross, or go down to one of the pegs down there, or whether we're going to hit up a beach mark. The plan has always been to fish through, but suffice it to say, I've had quite a busy weekend so far. to the point where I'm already exhausted. I was up at 4 AM on Friday, went to take my homemade shed down on the allotment, which, to be fair, could be used as a house. It's pretty damn well built, it's pretty damn big. You'll see that in coming videos, because that's gone home to be the man cave, where I'm going to be able to do my riggings, my lives, if I want to do a live stream, things like that. So yeah, that's gone home to be able to do that. And then this morning, once again, I was up at 4, glories of having a baby, and a missus that's full of cold, bless her. She's doing well, she is doing really well. Still can't mock the missus. She does 95% of the stuff with baby. Don't complain when I want to go fishing, but I think she's going to get her own back a birthday weekend. Which, by the way, guys, I would love for you to share the love down in the comments for the missus. She has given me permission to cover the match, the charity match. I was hoping George would send me some information through. I've asked him to. Listen, if you're interested in knowing more about that match, let me know in the comments below, or hit me up on Facebook, Russ One Man. The link to my Facebook page should be in the description below this video. Head on over there, send me a friend request, and I will do my utmost to keep people posted on that, on how that's working, because I've got no idea. What the hell is that in that field? It's massive, big bird. Anyway, yeah, if you're interested in knowing about the charity match, not the big one that we're planning next summer, but it's one that's done here I believe it's on the wall. I can't remember. I did talk about it in last week's video, so do go over and check that one out. But if you're interested in being kept up to date on that and what I'm hoping to do, please head over to my Facebook page, or Anglers and Danglers Facebook page, or he also posts most of his stuff in the Grimsby sea fishing page. But please do appreciate the kindness of the missus. The 23rd, when the match is on, is the missus' birthday, and she's given me permission to come down and film it. Now, I'm not taking part in the match. I'm just going to cover it. It's about a bit of exposure, really, and it's about taking you guys along with me, because I've never fished a match. I've never been to a fishing match, a sea fishing match. And I'm thinking maybe some of you haven't. So you could come, we'll come along, we'll have a walk, we'll talk to the lads, we'll stay for the match, we'll go to the weigh-in, we'll go to the award, and you know, it'll be a bit of an experience for all of us. So that's my plan, also while hopefully increasing exposure of this event. So yeah, I'd say I'll try and post more details, but please do send your love to the missus and tell her thank you for letting me to do that, because I think that's brilliant of her. On her birthday, bless her. She's you know, shouldn't ask for much. Anyway, so pennels, leads, rods, nothing out of the ordinary here, guys. It's all standard fare. I'm not gonna go through all that. We'll get them baited up. Primarily, I'm going to be using lug tipped with a bit of squid. I might send some fish out. I brought the fish baits primarily for if we go down to one of the beach marks. We've got 2 beach marks in mind. We might just go to Humberston Fitties just because it's local, but we also might go for a long drive and try and get on the morning tide down at Sutton-on-Sea. Which reminds me, I need to message Shane, the Holderness Cod Father. Good YouTuber, go check him out. Link to his channel is in my description. Along with Vern's sea fishing, along with Hardcore Fisherman. We're all East Coast guys, so you know, go ahead, show them some love. Yeah, I was meant to be meeting Shane, the Holderness Cod Father, at Sutton-on-Sea, so I need to message him, see if he's still planning on coming, because if he is, then we'll go and see him, or we'll go down there and we'll meet him there. But yeah, it's getting close to the point where I need to be baited up. I need to be getting ready. We're not quite fishable yet, But I need to move the car and get a brew on. I've bought the big stove. So I'm going to get the kettle on, have a brew, maybe have a bite to eat. So I'll see you in a bit anyway. So we're not out yet. There's a good hour or so, I think, before we'll be fishing. Looking at this water, it is coming in fast, but it's just about to hit the steep bit. So it's not a long fishing mark here from what I'm told. You can prolong your trip by just throwing everything in the boot, leaving your boot lid open, driving back down the wall a little bit to the yellow cross or just beyond. You can also, if you want to clamber over here, I believe there's some boulders that you can walk down there to fish it out a little bit. I don't know, but I'm not going to be able to film any of that if I do it because you guys are stuck up here, so apologies. As ever, it's going to be a nighttime fishing session, so it'll be a little bit stoppy-starty. I've got my floodlights there all fully charged, I've got my spotlights, I've got my head torch. So we'll do the best we can, eh? We'll do the best we can. That's all I can do. It's all for you. I hope you appreciate it. If you do appreciate it, please do press that thumbs up. If you don't appreciate it and you want to press a thumbs down, by all means go ahead. But do let me know in the comments why you're pressing the thumbs down. What is it you don't like? Is it just that I'm blanking all the time? Is it me? I can't do anything about that. You know, give me a shout, let me know. Talk to me in the comments below. I do try and keep an active community. I do try and respond to everybody that comments. So yeah, hit me up. Let me know how you're getting on. Let me know how you're fishing. Let me know if you're going out anytime soon. I have now changed jobs again. I've actually gone back to working for the HMRC for various reasons I'm not going to get into. I may go into a rant about it at some point, but it's still a raw nerve at the moment, so I'm not going to. But the upside of that does mean it's going to get me more time out on the water because of the shifts and everything. So yay, but boo that I had to jack a job I enjoyed because of other reasons. So yeah, I'm going to get these baited up and ready. I'm going to have a brew. So I'll see you in a bit, and we might have a chat with Alf, because Alf is a coarse fisherman, but he's been a 3-year sea fisherman. He's a veteran. He's probably got loads of interesting stories, but it's up to him if he wants to share them. But yeah, we might get Alf to have a bit of a chat on video. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. See you in a bit. We're out, finally. We sat and had a brew, had a chat, and we decided, let's get the baits in the water. It's a little bit early, and I tell you what, I've never fished water like it. It's pulling a 4 and a 5 ounce lead out to sea. To the point where the Fury is already like that. I don't know if it's got any give in it left to see. I think when I get a bite, I think the tripod's going to go over. But it's lovely to be out. It's lovely to be out. Water is, I can't bring you over. Oh God, all you're looking at now is a black screen, aren't you? I can't bring you over because, in fact, give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me just get the additional lights out of the boot. So yeah, I've had to set the ratchet on the reels So it literally is just holding on. Because if I let it go anymore, is that actually showing up for you? Don't know what it's showing. Sorry guys, I know I've normally got this stuff set up. Hopefully there you can just see the green rod tip. The red one's not so bright at the moment, but I do have a different different sort of setup for that. But yeah, it's oh man, it's pulled the line so tight that it's difficult to see anything. It's going to be difficult to see any movement on the rod tips. But so far, obviously I've cast out and I've turned the camera on. I've not done anything else. So we've literally just sent out. We don't know what the conditions are like out there. We don't know whether it's full of crabs. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? But I think with a tow like that, I might put a heavier lead on and try and up and over, because that'll pull the bait away from the lead. But then this mark only fishes, I'm told, only fishes until the top of the tide. I'm not too sure. Where are we at tide wise? See, I'm not sure the tide predictions was right. I'm a bit dubious that the tide predictions were right. Although it is coming up a steep bit of embankment, there doesn't seem to be. Stand by. Oh, looks like we've got some action for Alf. I can't take you down there, unfortunately. What I might do actually is I might film it on my phone, but I suppose he can always bring it down. I might have to jump over to retrieve this for him. Tell you what, I'll be back in a minute, guys. But Alf reckons he's in. That's good news. I like to see anybody I'm with catching. I do like to see anybody I'm with catching fish. It's always nice. You know, it's not a selfish sport in my opinion. His rod tip's definitely quivering as he's reeling in. I've seen a couple of little quivers on mine, but unfortunately I've killed my lug. I put some frozen bait in the same box as my lug, and by the time I've got my lug out, it's been frozen by the frozen bait. I mean, it's still fresh, it's still juicy, it's still got the juices in it. I've plenty of squid and fish bait if I need to, but I'll use some of the lug. And if it's evident that the fish are out there and they're not taking the bait, I'll switch it up. If we go down to Sutton, the plans might change with me needing some bait. We might go down to Trunch and go see Dud. He's open basically 24 hours a day. It's just a little bungalow and you just go get bait off him. I don't know, we'll see. I've yet to message Shane in actual fact. Was the note on it?
No, it snapped me off.
Snapped you off?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. First casualty at night. That's not good because we've got a finite amount of rigs between the two of us. But it is a bit of a learning curve here. It's a bit difficult. We don't know the water, we don't know, we weren't here at low enough tide to see far enough out as to how rocky it is out there, how far the rocks stretch, things like that. It's the first time either of us have fished here, so you know, you're just gonna have to bear with us. So as per usual, it's a nighttime fishing session. It's going to be stoppy starty, so I'm going to turn you off again. normally I would go and have a chat with Alf and things, but as I've just said, the tow under the water is that strong that I daren't leave my rods, because the tow alone would probably pull the rods into the water. So yeah. So see you in a bit. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. See you in a bit. Right, I'm not too sure, because I think the camera froze, how much you saw or heard of me reeling in. Both hooks came back stripped, unfortunately. So I've sent out some squid as a bit of a tougher bait, in the hope it lasts a little bit longer, and hopefully we can get through the crabs. If it's crab crazy here, we will definitely be moving on when it comes to time. We will definitely be moving on to somewhere else. I'm not prepared to spend another session feeding the crabs, even though my lug might be dead, my squid's brilliant and my mackerel's brilliant. So I'll go, we could go to Fitties, we could go down to Sutton. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm not prepared to spend another full session feeding the crabs. Hopefully they'll bugger off, hopefully the tings will come in or something like that once the tide sort of gets over its slump. It always has a slump and then races, doesn't it? The undertow is definitely still there, to the point where I'm casting out and I'm not bringing in my slack. I'm just putting the rod on the stand and it's just going dunk, 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 tight. I've swung my tripod round, so it's now facing outwards. It was sideways on. I wanted to try fishing it sideways on. That's unfortunately not going to work. But yeah, there's one hell of a tow on the water, one hell of a tow. Unfortunately, Alf has lost, he's snagged up twice. He's lost 2 rigs. Well, no, he's lost 1 rig and leader, and he's lost the hook off another rig. So I think he's just setting back up, because he's like me, he's a bit stubborn, which is no bad thing. But so far, other than crabs, nothing else to report. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waffle on. So I'll see you again in a bit. Sit rep. Alpha's caught a crab, a fairly decent shore crab, but you know, a crab, we don't count them. I'm finding squid bait is actually lasting out at sea for 10-15 minutes, so you know, I'm now sending just squid. I tried a squid lug wrap, that got destroyed. The lug portion of it got destroyed, the squid got left. It's not an ideal bait for right now, really, isn't squid? As I was saying before the battery died, squid, not really an ideal bait for right now. Yes, once the cod are here, not a bad bait. But I don't know, we'll see. We had a couple of lights, we were hopeful, a couple of bites early on, but it's just gone quiet since. But we've just reached, I think, or we're about to reach, yeah, we're coming up to high water now. The mark will fish a little bit on the ebb, but not masses. But at the moment, all I'm getting is, and the best description I've ever heard of it, is all I'm getting is Tampax weed, and a lot of it, and it's almost risking my rigs because of it, because it's getting caught up on the leader knot, which is not ideal. But you know, there's not a great deal, nothing much you can do about it. You've just got to get on with it, haven't you? But yeah, nothing doing. I don't want to fill this video up with waffling of Nothing happening, nothing happening, nothing happening. What I may do, if we move on to a different mark, is I might film on my phone, because my phone is a little bit easier to hold. But then if also, in the same breath, if I can get the GoPro on the fish tripod, on the fishing tripod, then we may do that. We'll have to see. We've got another hour here, there or thereabouts. And then as we're packing down, we'll make a decision as to what we're doing. I am hopeful, I am still hopeful that I'm going to get to show you, I'm going to get a fish today. We've seen some lizards, that was interesting. Yeah, we've seen some lizards. I'll try and remember to put some pictures in here. That was interesting, some little baby lizards. Alf thinks there were three-toed lizards, I don't know, I thought they were newts or something, I don't know. There's a little bit of fresh, a little water culvert behind us for the farmers, so I assumed that that's where they were breeding. But who knows? Who knows? So I'm going to go have a sit down, grab a bottle of pop and go and have a sit down while these squid baits soak for a little bit. I'll see you in a bit. Right, so it's amazing how it reinvigorates you, isn't it? We were just talking about packing up. Alf and I have had a long old day. And then you get that one fish and it's just, something switches and you want to stay. But unfortunately we're governed by the tide. And I mean, it's swinging them round. And I've got to be careful because just off to the right of me is a pipe with a fence down either side of it. I think I've already been in it once. And snapped a hook. Luckily the hook snapped before everything else snapped. So it says something about me knots must be alright, doesn't it? But it's not a blank. I don't know how the dance goes, Mike. But it's not a blank. It's not a blank. God, that's wow. That's shot over. Yeah, so we've only got, to be fair, maybe another cast after this one before the tide's gone anyway. We could go further down the wall and stay and fish a bit longer, but like I say, I think me and Alf, quite frankly, I think we're done in. I think we've had enough. But next weekend, the plan is to come out again next weekend, and I'm asking for your help because I still don't know enough marks, so I'm asking for your help. I want to know where in Cleethorpes and Grimsby I can fish a mark on a lowish tide. It's looking like it's going to be about a 5-ish tide next weekend. And it's probably going to be a daytime fishing session as well, so wherever we go it's probably going to be flatty bashing. I don't want miles to walk to mark. I am thinking about Humberston Fitties. I know it's not a great low water mark, but it'll be good for casting practice. It's good for getting your eye back in on your line, on your hooks, you know, learning more about your setup. I can't believe how much that's getting pulled round. I'm going to have to reset it. Are you in? Good lad. Can you bring it down? Are we going to be cruel, or will it be too cruel to bring it down, or is it all right? It's healthy. Alf's in as well, guys. Well, many men can say that. Many men can say not as big as mine, but you know. Another ting?
Got a ting.
Another ting.
Got a wee ting.
Tings are here, guys. It's a fish at the end of the day. Might not be the most desirable fish, but it's a fish. Are you going to present it at camera?
I will do, Cocky.
Ah, good. I think my other rod might be, I think my Achios might be going again, you know.
Yeah, good to go.
I don't know whether it's just pull because it's now bloody whipping round.
Get off. Where'd you come from?
You're being shot now.
See if it fits.
So anywhere around here you'll be in shot.
Right.
In fact, I can turn the screen on so you'll be able to see yourself. Hang on.
A wheating.
It is a wheating. There you go.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Just,
Wheating.
yeah, little wheating. What are we on about there? Maybe 28, 30 centimetres?
No, not even that. Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
28.
From tip to tip.
Yeah, 28 maybe.
Yeah.
We'll get it back well.
Yeah, get it back while it's healthy. And yeah, and while we can. I'm going to have to bring these in. It is. You're no longer an Humber virgin. 3 month first fish. It's no longer an Humber virgin. How's about that? How's about that? But these lines are zooming round. I'm going to have to bring this one in and maybe resend it. Oh crap. Because it has shot round as this one. And I don't want this one getting caught up in that wood. Because it's got big hooks on it. So I really don't want this one getting caught up because I'll not get this one out. Right, I'm going to have to walk down a little bit. Back in a sec. I mean, with any luck, there'll be a fish on it, but... Number 2! I think so. No. Oh yeah, number 2. Oh, it's a different species. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this fish is, guys. Let's get it unhooked and I'll show you. I've not seen one of these come out at Humber. It might be a little thing, I'm not sure. But it looks more like a rocklin. Don't swallow that hook again. Looks more like a catfish or a rocklin. I think it looks like a catfish. A slug?
Yeah, it could be a slug.
What's a slug? Is that a southern thing?
No.
Let me turn camera on again, guys, so I can get you in shot.
Oh yeah, slug.
What's a slug?
Let's have a look at it. Yes, it's a slug.
Okay.
It's rockling.
A rocklin.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that well known on the Humber.
No.
Let me turn my head torch off, guys. Sorry, so you can see it a bit better. I'll block Alf's out with my hand. But there we go. Let's get it back while we can.
Yeah. Little rockling, eh?
I must have been right in the...
Yeah.
I must have been right in that pipe then. So that's 2 fish, 3 in total, so Alf's no longer a Humber virgin. 1 new one to the species list for me, a little rocklin. I'm going to have to bring that other one in as well because that's zoomed over as well. So let's bring that one in and we might as well send 2 fresh baits. Oh, this has gone tight. Oh, it's not snagged though, that's good. Definitely nothing on this one though, far too light, it's just coming straight in. Just coming straight in, this one. I might be able to resend it. But I'm going to have to walk to right to resend it now because honestly, it zooms out. We've lost about 10 feet in front of us already. No, 'tis stripped though. We actually now suspect, because squid baits aren't being touched, we actually now suspect that perhaps it's little pin whiting stripping the soft flesh off of the lug and the worm off the hooks. as opposed to our original suspicions, which obviously all fishermen go, oh, bloody crabs, you know. But yeah, it's a bit of a race against time now to get that bait back out and try and get some bait in the water. Before it's unfishable. Not that, I mean, it's not totally unfishable. We could go over the wall, but both Alf and I are already crippled. So I'll show you the shed, guys. It's no small feat for two. And Alf, you know, forgive me for saying this, but for two well, Alf isn't unhealthy. He's just older than I am. One unhealthy man and an Alf. I'm trying to be degenerate. It's a lot, you know. And to say I've had 2 days at it as well, because I had to take it down with Marcus, who hopefully actually, you'll have to let me know if you're interested in seeing this, because if it'd be quite a chore to video it. But Marcus, a friend of mine, does wild camping. And I'm assuming you guys can hear me. I should probably actually check this. Give me a sec. Yeah, you are. You are able to hear me. I'm still dead paranoid that it loses microphone, guys, so I'm sorry. Yeah, Marcus, ex-serviceman, and he does wild camping. So we were discussing, whilst taking the shed down, the possibility of doing a wild camp / fishing trip. Now we may not be able to disclose the location as to where we go, because technically where we go may not be allowed to be wild camped upon. However, let me know if that's something you might be interested in, because like I say, it would be very difficult for me to actually film it. But if there's enough interest, if enough people say, yeah, that seems like it'd be pretty cool to see, then I'll try and sort something out for next year. Oh, that was shit. Pardon my French, but that's got to come straight back in quickly. Otherwise it's going to snag straight up on the bladder weed, which it almost did. And my worms have shot off as well. That cast was that crap that the worms vacated the premises. I'm getting tired, guys. I'm sorry, I am. So yeah, let me quickly get this rebaited. So that's 2 fish fallen to the Achios tonight. I think if I was to go back over the videos and take a tally, the Achios has more fish have fallen to the Achios than they have to the Snetic. Hopefully that'll change come winter, because you need that tougher rod. That one is almost a black. Yeah, it's tensed up with a bit of a slap on the harbour wall. It's tensed right up. Right, nothing fancy. Let's get this resent again. Hopefully not fluff the cast this time. Stripped my own hooks with a crap cast. I didn't think I'd ever catch a whiting down here, to be honest. Or up here, depending on how you look at it. You know, I see them getting caught on the likes of Fish Locker and things like that, but yeah, I didn't think, because I suppose the biggest problem is that there's not that many East Coast angling YouTubers. I mean, we are growing in number. So there's the Holderness Cod Father, there's Shane, there's Levo, I think he's an East Coastman as well. So you don't really see that much in the way of species. Or at least I don't, because I don't spend that much time on Facebook. People who have messaged me on there can attest to that. It's always, if you need me, it's always better to try and get me on YouTube than anything else. It's the best thing to try and get me on. Yeah, sorry. I appreciate this is probably not the best videography in the world. I bet you're just spending most of your time looking at a blank screen, listening to me waffle on. Oops. Squish that one a little hard. Oh, you're still alive. You can go on. So yeah, rockling. They exist on the Lincolnshire coast. On the Humber, even. Alf's into a little codling. I'm going to have to chip. Well, has he got a beard? Has he got a beard? Let's show the people. Let's have a look, see what we've got here. See, it's all on go now. I've not even taken camera off. Let's get you in shot. It's a ting. Yeah, no beard, it's a ting.
Yeah.
That's a good one, that. Right, guys, the camera did actually crash, so I'm not too sure where it got to. Alf's just had another cracking little whiting. Not a little one by any stretch of the imagination, bigger than that first one of mine. I'll try and insert a photo. This rod's been banging and has gone tight. And the lead isn't even in the ground, although it's coming straight in. I think I've caught myself here, because that one's just lifted right up. If I've not caught myself, I've definitely got something on the other line, because that's dancing like mad. Oh, dancing, dancing, dancing. Yeah, there's something on that. Oh, it's only been in water 2 minutes. Yeah, we'll bring that in. Try not to stand on my other rod. Well, whatever it is, I think it might have just been lead bouncing, guys. Yeah, I think it was just lead bouncing. Oh, yeah, it's too light. Oh no, middle of my bait's gone. Middle of my bait's gone. So there was summer having a chew. I'm going to resend it. It's chaotic at the moment. Yeah, middle of my bait's gone. I'll leave it as it is and I'll resend it because I'm gonna have to cast it further off to right. That didn't go very far, but then it doesn't need to. The tide will do the rest. So we'll leave that to get carried out. Might as well rebait this one. Silly not to when I've got this much worm knocking about. So yeah, yeah, the lead's just not holding bottom. The lead's just going boing, boing, boing. There we go, I think it's bedded now. I'm not putting heavier leads on, not now. I don't think I've actually brought any. So let's put some fresh. Put some more worm on. So we're getting close to a point now where it would be impossible to safely return a fish. So as far as I'm concerned, this will be last cast and will be the end of the video. So yeah, so I'm happy. Not a blank, wanted species list. Alf is no longer a Humber virgin. He's had 2 fish. And I mean, that codling he had was a cracker. Whiting. He had was a cracker, so he can't be upset with that. But I'm gonna put these rods out. This will be last cast. I'll say it again. Alf had a hell of a whiting. I'll try and put a photo in here, and what I did earlier. I mean, that might have just been a bit of a flurry. I've messaged Terry. Let's see if it's picked up down on the other end of the wall for him. Let's have a look. So yeah, that's going to be my last cast. So I'm going to start tidying up. I'm going to chum the water with my leftover bait because it's garbage now. Well, the worms anyway. The squid will go back home and be refrozen. So yeah, not a blank. Happy days. Please do press that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Press that thumbs up button. We've got a fish. Come on, give me a thumbs up. Share the video to your Facebook, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your dogs, share it with your cats. I would really like to get close to that 1,000 subscriber mark before Christmas. Oh, you've frozen again.